Well, Susan Collins is a senator from Maine. She's the so-called moderate Republican in the Senate. She is perpetually disappointed and concerned about things that she sees going on, but never can quite find it in her to go against what the Republican Party at large wants. She walked away from a constituent when a small business owning constituent wanted to talk to her about healthcare. This was not like a gotcha. This was a local business owner who said, I'm struggling with healthcare costs. What are you doing about it? And Susan Collins walked off. And in fact, there's like a mini, it's not even really a documentary. It's just a 2-minute thing about this guy's trip to DC. And you see Collins's staff working very hard to keep her away from this guy. I'll play it for you, then we'll discuss.
Excuse me, Senator Collins. My name is Andrew. I'm a constituent of yours. I was hoping to talk to you about some of my concerns about the ACA. Hi there.
Hi there. How can I help you today?
My name's Andrew. I'm a constituent of Senator Collins, and I was hoping to talk to her about the Affordable Care Act. My name is Andrew Volk, and I'm a Mainer, as well as a small business owner and a father of two. And I'm here today in Washington, D.C. to ask Susan Collins why she is failing small business owners and why she refuses to extend the tax credits for the Affordable Care Act. Yeah, I mean, my biggest concern is seeing those tax credits expire. And, you know, I'd love to understand where Senator Collins stands.
For those who are only listening right now, they sat him down with, I guess it's like some kind of legislative aide who's just listening and is like, yeah.
On that, if she's, you know, I think that with the uncertainty in the economy, with the uncertainty with the government shutdown and the tariffs, there's a chance that those tax credits expire, and for, in my opinion, not very good reason.
So interesting.
Sure. I haven't seen Senator Collins fighting the administration. I haven't seen her fighting for Mainers, and I haven't seen her fighting to bring down the costs that small businesses in Maine experience every day.
So my boss has said that she's concerned about the impact.
Sure. Rightfully so.
She's also concerned about the fact
Very, very concerned, I might add.
the government isn't opened up.
Yeah.
And she's expressed concern about the rising cost of healthcare as well.
Sure.
So all
of
those
course.
things working together.
I mean, I understand the concern. I guess from my position, I don't see the action. I just got out of Senator Susan Collins' office trying to meet with her and was not able to. Clearly, her aides saw that I was waiting for her and did everything in their power to make sure that she was able to avoid me. Excuse me, Senator Collins. My name is Andrew. I'm a constituent of yours.
Hi.
How are you?
How are you?
Great, how are you?
Good, thanks.
I was hoping to talk to you about some of my concerns about the ACA. I'm a small business owner and a father of two.
We're extending the tax credits.
Okay, do you have just a moment to chat?
Thank you. I'm sorry. We gotta go vote.
Have a great day, Senator.
It's the vote.
I'm so sorry that I was just trying to reach you today. She wouldn't make time to meet with a constituent like myself, but instead was getting lunch with President Trump and cozying up to the administration.
So listen, I understand that it's not reasonable to think that any constituent can just show up in DC and meet with a senator. I get that. The bigger picture here is I am so sick of Susan Collins. You know, she has made a career out of being the moderate Republican, the thoughtful Republican, the empathetic Republican, the nice Republican, the one who's willing to think seriously about issues, the one who's reasonable. But the truth is that she's really not moderate. She's polite while doing all the same things that just about every single one of them do. This is the Susan Collins who, for all of her concern and whatever, voted for Trump's tax cuts that gutted the individual mandate of the Affordable Care Act, for example, which is at the core of what makes it work, and left millions of small business owners like this guy worse off. And this is the same Susan Collins who always I'm troubled because I'm worried Republicans may be going too far. And then she votes with them anyway. So she's confronted by someone living with the consequences of her votes, this guy, Andrew. He's trying to keep a small business afloat. He's paying thousands a month for healthcare. And she walks away and gets on the Senate subway there, which, by the way, when I was in D.C. last time, we rode on that subway and saw Lindsey Graham walking alongside of it, a surreal moment. But that's not what we're talking about today. And so when she gets confronted, She doesn't really want to substantively deal with what is going on here. And this to me really is emblematic or representative of where the Republican Party is right now. They've got slogans. We've got to be friends with Trump. We've got to stay aligned with Trump. But there's really no substance there. And if you talk to them, you'll hear buzzwords floating around: freedom, family values, supporting small business, entrepreneurship. And then you've got a specific guy, Andrew, in Maine. He says, I'm drowning because of what you voted for. You voted to gut the ACA subsidies, and it's a problem for me. She has no answer, and she walks away. Collins' vote to repeal parts of the Affordable Care Act didn't happen in a vacuum. It increased costs for small businesses. It increased costs for self-employed workers. And Maine has one of the highest rates of small business employment in the country on a per capita basis. These are the people that Collins says she's fighting for. And she votes in a way that hurts them and then doesn't want to talk to them. And she's been dodging these conversations for a long time. You might remember back in 2017, when the Republican Party was again trying to dismantle Obamacare. You might be like, well, didn't they do that 70 times? Yes. But what I mean is, in 2017, when Trump was president, one of the biggest spectacular failures of Trump's first term was that in his desperation to undo anything with Obama's name on it, they came up with this alternative healthcare plan. That plan was scored by a number of different budget agencies, and they found that 20 to 30 million people would lose health coverage. That's why it didn't go anywhere. It ended up dying because it would have been terrible. She said, I'm a protector of coverage for people, and then made a whole, I don't even know the number of votes in a row to dismantle elements of it. So as with most things, Republicans say they love entrepreneurs and small business owners, but now they need something, and then they vote in a way that hurts them. You can't really call yourself pro-business when your policies make it harder for business owners to afford healthcare for themselves or for their employees. And that's the Republican playbook that unfortunately is very common right now. They will create a crisis, say there's no crisis, and then when they get confronted, they flee. People can't afford insulin. I'm going to run away. I've got to get on the subway. It's not just Susan Collins. It just so happens we're focusing on Susan Collins right now because a constituent of hers went looking for her. You could swap out Susan Collins for just about any so-called mainstream Republican and get the same clip. The branding would change. It might be a man instead of a woman. It might be someone from Nebraska instead of Maine. But the behavior is exactly the same. They don't really care. They just want to stay close to Trump, keep their elected post, and that's all that really matters.